Hi Geminis, welcome to your May 2018 monthly readings. So I'm going to do these similar to the way I did them last month. I got a bit of a migraine and a headache today. The Scorpio full moon apparently affected me quite a bit. I'm sensitive towards energy. I do have stellium in Scorpio, so it could be why it is affecting me more than most full moons. So I'm going to be breaking these up a little bit. So if you're waiting for another sign that hasn't been done yet, I will get it done as soon as I can. I also have an exam, a test I have to do today. It's going to take about 4 hours. So it's for another job that I'm applying for. So I got to break things up. I'm trying to prioritize, where divide my energy up. You guys got a interesting reading. When I started pulling the cards, I was like, "Oh, this is amazing, great energy." And then I'm not gonna lie, it started going down a little bit. But I do feel like, okay, first of all, I got a lot of energy happening with your reading. There's a lot coming through, and there's like six different groups of you, or like the messages. There's a lot coming through here, so there's like a lot of different scenarios playing out, and I'm going to do my best to try to interpret it. I do deal with energy, so sometimes it's very cryptic the way I receive the message, and I may not always interpret it correctly, but there's some sort of baseline to it where that manner is correct. It depends on like how the universe is giving me the messages, so we'll try to get into this, because there's something here that needs to be solved. This is like Inspector Gadget happening here. You got a fun energy, but you also have, like, I feel there may be a couple of people dealing that maybe the messages are personal to them, where you have I am open, I am hope. You got some beautiful energy here, you guys. I am child. Okay, so these are affirmations you might want to say to yourself through the month of May, in the morning, in the mirror, before you go to work or before you start your day. I feel like it's very important for you guys. I'm not sure why. Your morning routine, the way you start that, you might want to switch that up. Like, it's extremely important that your morning routine, that you master that. So this is like, if you're the type of person who checks their Facebook right away, their Instagram, or their messages, okay, like, I'm getting an energy if you want to change that up here. Okay, like, it's really important. The way you start your day is going to affect the rest of your day. So that's like, you have this, I'm seeing like a snowball, and the snowball going down a hill, and it's like building and building and building up into this like massive ball. So it's like your morning routine is affecting, or some sort of routine, something is affecting other things, and you're getting a snowball effect. Okay, so your morning routine is like positive morning affirmations when you get up, starting your day. It's not checking the news right away. It's like making time for yourself, meditation, your space. You need time to clear your mind. Okay, so, and it's like the information you're taking in as soon as you get up, that's going to affect the rest of your day. So maybe you want to go online and look for positive, like, motivational speeches that's coming through, starting your day off with one of those. Okay. Also, like, I'm getting, like, in the mirror, positive affirmations, saying to yourself positive affirmations, like, I love my house, I love my life, like, it's gratitude coming through. All right, very childish energy with the child. It's child is happy majority of the time, and they're quite simple. Their needs are not what people actually, like, not what I was going to say humans. It's not what adults actually think it is. Okay, children just need time. They need adventure. They need new experiences. Their minds need to be fed. Okay, because they're very curious, and that's very much a Gemini energy. Very optimistic, very curious, very outgoing, very positive. You need these energies in your life. Okay, so some of you, it could be you're stagnant. You're not fulfilling your mind. Like, you're not fulfilling your curiosity. There's some sort of stagnant oh my goodness, situation occurring that needs to change. Okay? It's a lot. I'm getting a lot at once here, people. Okay? You got extra cards. They came out where they didn't want to stay in the deck. They have something to say. You have the Fool card here. You have the Page of Swords. Okay? And Geminis, I'm getting this as some of you are spying on somebody. You're trying to get information on somebody. Or, and then for another group of you, I'm getting somebody is spying on you. Okay? Trying to get information. Try to figure things out. And you want to be careful on how you're receiving that information, who you're getting it from, the source. I'm getting a source. You want to ensure that it's a proper source. Okay, I say this a lot. Your fears are heard as well as your prayers are heard. And they can be hard to distinguish. Okay? And you got to pay attention to what you see and you hear. They're two separate things. You have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Ooh. I'm getting for like one Gemini, there's like, it could be a couple of you, but there's a battle of wits going on here. My money would be on Gemini though. I'm not gonna, and that's not just because I'm a Sag and you're my partner's side, but that's because Geminis are quite intelligent, okay? They're quite intelligent. So the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. And then another group of you I'm getting for a Gemini male, okay? The Gemini males are highly, like, okay, you're spiritually enlightened. Like, you get information. I don't know, telepathically is coming through here. I'm also getting, like, your, this is for both females and males. Your energy fluctuates, like, the way you think, your thinking process and thinking pattern. You know, Geminis, a lot of people are like, oh, they're kind of like, people see them as bipolar because they're, you know, you have two sides. You're always like you're always thinking about things. Okay. But what I'm getting is like that's being affected by planetary movement as well. Like the messages coming to you, your moods and stuff is like planetary alignment is affecting that quite a bit. Okay. And then for a Gemini male, I feel like, okay, because I'm getting the song, I don't know what it's called, Beggin' by, I'm not sure who it's by. There's a separation that's occurred with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. And with that song, Begging, it's like an old soulful song where it's a newer song, but, you know, it has that soulful sound to it. There's somebody you separated from and you need to let them go, okay? Because I'm seeing, like, if you're a male, you're spiritually protected. That's why this person's left your life. And this female is, like, her concerns are not, like, of the emotional sense, okay? Down the road, she'll realize what she lost, like, but you have another person coming along your path. So it is saying to let that go. Okay, and then for others of you with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, this is like people coming into your life that can give you guidance and information. Okay, and then others of you, I'm feeling like the married couples, you have very, you're going to have to make logical, sound decisions because I'm seeing that snowball effect. So it could be a job decision. Okay, as a couple, you're going to have to make these decisions together. What's best for the children. Okay, because the job that you're at may not be good for your home environment and you're having a snowball effect, causing problems in the relationship and then it's causing problems with the children. So it's kind of like right now, like the cards are asking you to discuss things logically with your partner, analytical, getting down to the nitty gritty here of what's best for the family, what's logically going to make sense for the family. Okay, like making decisions together though. You are going to be guided in this process. Okay, and then for others of you, if you're having problems in your marriage, it's because you guys are both coming from a logical standpoint. Okay, so again, there could be a battle of wits here. Okay, so it's like it's just asking you to get more in tune with your emotions. Okay, because like you're stuck up in your head a little too much. And I feel like for some of you guys, you're very happy-go-lucky and like, okay, you need this in your life. And maybe you have a partner that's not like that, but there's compromises that you can make, and it's not a bad thing that your partner is different. It's a good thing. You learn from that and you grow. Okay, partners don't have to be the same, and generally speaking, they shouldn't be. Okay, your weaknesses should be the other person's strength, and their strengths should be, or your strength should be their weaknesses. Okay, you balance each other out. There's a growth process, you know, things that you can learn from each other. Okay, so the cards may be saying that you're too logical, and you need to consider the other aspects. So the material aspect, like the earthly realm aspect, the emotional aspect, and the passion aspect. Okay, you want to get all of those things in alignment. All right. You have the Seven of Swords, and then a second card came out on top of that, and it's the Four of Pentacles. Okay. You have meditation with the Ten of Swords. Somebody's whistling outside. And it sounds like the Mr. Rogers theme song. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, for some of you, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, these are people at work. Okay, and what it's saying to you with the Seven of Wands here, don't be naive about these people. Okay, like they could be playing mind games. So you want to ensure that you're stepping back and observing, and you're considering, like, why people are doing things. Okay, what are they going to reap from it? You want to protect yourself in some manner here, you guys. And then for others of you, okay, I'm not going to lie, the Seven of Swords is you. I see the Seven of Swords as Gemini and Sagittarius. Also Scorpio, okay? And Cancer sometimes. Yeah. I can see it as a few earth signs too, and another fire sign as well, but I generally get it as the Sag and Gemini card. And it's funny because I do associate the Seven of Swords with the Fox, because the Seven of Swords is like a tricky card, all right? It's not always a bad thing though, so don't, you know? And I have a little wisdom card, and the Fox came up, so. But the Fox, okay, there's many, if you study the metaphysics and animals spiritually and stuff like that, there's many good omens with the Fox, okay? For some of you, the card Seven of Swords is saying that you need to watch, like, you need to be creative about how you need to keep some things to yourself. If you're changing your job, you need to look for that other job, get that other job, and then place in your 2 weeks notice. Don't tell anybody about it. Okay, others of you, this is like your plans, the things that you got going on, you need to keep that to yourself, okay? And then for another group of you, this is based on your partnership, like if you're in a relationship, and it's like the mind games, that's not helping, all right? So it's like you need to be direct and vocally speak up about the truth, what needs to change, what your needs are, what your wants are, and then there needs to be compromising. You're not going to get that fully. There needs to be compromising. There can't be this like, okay, if your partner hurts you, well, then you play mind games with them, okay? Because air signs can screw people over, or not screw them over. Well, they can, okay? But they can screw with people's minds. That's your ability, okay? Like, just like water signs can screw with your emotions, all right? Like, they have control over that, okay? Fire signs have the control of passion and desire. You play with fire, you're going to get burned, all right? Like, air signs can create a tornado in your mind where you're not knowing what you're thinking about. Okay, like, so you don't want to, like, If something's occurred with your partner, you just want to speak about it, like honestly and truthful about it. Because if you have a partner, it's saying your partner is in the same like shoes as you are, and like would be open to that, because he's the King of Swords. Like he also feels that things need to be spoken about and change, and he wants that. That's what I'm seeing here, okay? Because those of you in a positive relationship, it's saying that there's love here, okay? And Geminis and Sages, I see as the trolls, okay? And I don't mean like, you know, that live under a bridge, those ugly ones. I see them like from the movie The Trolls, okay? Because they're positive, they're happy, and they're optimistic, okay? And then when I said be careful about, okay, with the Seven of Swords, it's like with the trolls, okay, the Bergens, all right? Like, you want to watch out for the Bergens because they will suck the life out of you, all right? They're there to keep you like down and under, all right? Like, cause you misery. So you want to ensure that the people around you are not causing problems for you because they're unhappy, all right? Like, if you think you're stuck in a situation with the Four of Pentacles, you're not stuck. These are practical, grounded decisions that you have to make. There's movement that has to be done here, changes that have to be made. And for each of you, they'll be in a different area, but it's like practical earthly matters. So for some of you, it's finances. Some of you, it's your job. Some of you, it's a home move, okay, or a changing of job. Others of you, it's like, okay, practical things in your relationship you have to change. So the way you communicate, you have to change. The way you see your partner, you have to change. So it's like, if you've been together a while, okay, because I'm getting, this came up for somebody else, Kevin Hart. Okay, his, you might want to look it up, his skit about couples and juice. All right, he talks about like when a couple gets together, a new couple, okay, how sweet and innocent it is. It's like when one has juice, they're offering the other one, oh, you want some juice? Here, have my juice. And then, because it's new love, right? It's puppy love. The other person's like, oh, no. You take it. And then, they're both like, okay. And then they share the juice, right? Whereas a couple who's been together a while, asking for a sip of juice can cause an argument. It's petty arguments with the Page of Swords. It's pettiness, all right? Like, the problems that you have are not as bad as they actually are, Gemini. There's easy solutions, okay? Because again, with a couple who's been together a while, okay, when the juice comes up, it's like, it's stupid arguments. It's like, like the one person asked them, do you want some juice? I'm going, like in the skit, okay? He asked her, do you want some juice? I'm going in the store to get juice. And she's like, no, I don't want juice. And then he goes in the store, gets juice, comes out, and then she wants a sip of juice. And he's like, I'm not giving you a sip of juice. I just asked you if you want juice. This is my juice, like, it's like couples who've been together a while. It's funny because that can actually cause an argument, Like, it's pettiness. It's like getting back to like the things that really matter. Juice doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's just a sip of juice. You can buy another juice. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you guys have been together a while and it's just the arguments you're having is not, you gotta like laugh at it, okay, and see it differently. You're holding on to things here. You might want to look up that Kevin Hart skit, all right? Like, but for others of you, there's things that you like. Some of you, you're trying to balance too much in your life, like in too many areas, and it's like affecting you. Okay, and then for another group of you, I'm getting like, don't lie to yourself. Okay, because that you've let go of the past when you haven't. You're still holding on to it. Okay, so if you've left a partner, don't lie to yourself about this partner. Okay, and this could also mean like, don't lie to yourself about how you didn't have an effect on that going awry as well. That's not to say that it's a bad thing. That like, people come into our life to learn lessons and to help teach us things. That perhaps there's something that you need to learn. And I do get this mirror here where you got to look in the mirror and you got to recognize that in yourself. Okay, so there could be positive changes. Okay, the satisfaction here, changes have to be made and you got to make them. Okay, the next cards we got is meditation in the Ten of Swords, and then you have the Seven of Wands. You got a lot of opportunities and options coming towards you, and you got to make sound practical decisions about it. You want to be analytical and think about it. Okay, you have contradicting energy here, whereas, okay, so for you men, it's asking you to really consider one decision is going to affect other areas of your life. And then for you women here, it's saying that you also need to do that. That's your natural energy. But you also need to apply yourself and focus directly on one thing, because a man has the ability to have complete focus on one thing. Okay, so there's times where both of you, both sexes, are going to have to take on both energies. Okay, but it's asking you to really think about things, not focus on problems, solutions. All right, realization too, and making this is practical sound decisions. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in this Four of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords, and you're feeling defensive. Okay, so some of you can have a defense mechanism that you need to recognize and you need to change. Okay, again with the Seven of Swords, this is like the energies I'm getting is not lying to yourself. Okay, so it's like you want a situation to get better, well then finding solutions of making it better. Don't lie to yourself. Don't think that there's not opportunities out there. Don't think that you can't find a new job. Don't think that you can't go back to school. It doesn't matter how old you are, 30, 40, 50, 60, late 20s, mid 20s, okay? You can always go back to school. You can always start a new adventure. You can always start a new job. You can always start a new business. Okay? If there's a will, there's a way. This card too, if there's a will, there's a way. Keep some things to yourself though, Geminis. Okay, you may have some haters in your relationship. They could be causing problems in your relationship and difficulties. So I'm seeing a mirror, and that's also projections. Okay, so these people could be projecting their inner woundings onto you and creating bad karma in your relationship. Okay, with the Fool card, I have a little bit of a different point of view with this card. Okay, the message I'm getting right now with that card is sometimes Gemini, sometimes the Fool needs to play the fool to fool the fool. You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to be the fool to fool the fool. All right? Seven of Swords, again, not always a bad thing. Okay? And the way I interpret the Fool card is if you see he's on the peak of the mountain. All right? Everybody thinks that the Fool card is naive and, you know, like you're taking a unwarranted risk. All right? The way I perceive the card is like to get to the peak of the mountain takes a lot of courage, strength, and it's a journey, all right? And it's a lot of hard work. You got to travel through the valleys and parts of a jungle, and, you know, like altitude levels are different, so you can't get as much oxygen in you when you're climbing to, like, say, up Mount Everest. Not everybody can do that, all right? It's a task to do that, so it's an achievement. There's some sort of achievement that you're making. Okay, when you get to that peak of the mountain, that's not a task that everybody can do. It's not completely foolish, all right? And when you're at the top of the mountain, then you have oversight, okay? With the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they have foresight. They can foresee things. They're very intelligent people. They're usually 5 steps ahead of people, and they need very little detail or information to put 2 and 2 together, all right? They don't, with the King and Queen, they're in their throne, so they sit. They either... People come to them for information and they give it. They're very accepting towards others, but they have the sword. They already know the truth. So they will not always cut through it and not always like let you know that they already know the truth. So if a person's lying, they may not always tell you that they know that that person's lying, but they will accept the person to come forward and to speak their truth, and they will analyze it and make their decision afterwards. Okay, because sometimes it's best to just walk away and not engage yourself. Okay, but with the Fool card, once you're at the peak of the mountain, again, you have foresight. You oversee everything. You can see the layout of the valleys. Okay, you took one path to get up there, but then when you are up there, you can see a multitude of paths, a multitude of ways you can go. Again, you have multiple options here. Okay, and it's like the universe is going to give you foresight. You're going to be able to foresee things and be able to play out which direction to take. But in your relationship, okay, I'm also seeing pregnancy. Some of you can get pregnant, okay, with the Fool here. It's like, and if you see, there's even a baby in this card. Creativity, okay? So this is like you and your spouse can decide to move in together, a new phase occurring, okay? Or you can get proposed to, marriage. You definitely got to protect your love if you do have somebody in your life. Don't allow outside influences, okay, that are miserable to create problems for you with the Seven of Swords. I'm getting that. They got you all up in your mind and making you think certain things, planting seeds in your head. And there's some things that you need to let go, okay? You could have a partner that they're not as open as you. You're a Gemini, so you got to be patient with them, okay? But they're going to teach you how to be more, well, it's like secretive. It's not secretive, but it's like they're going to teach you how to keep things to yourself and like get over uh like betrayals and stuff like that. They're going to teach you something. They have with the white hair, I see that as like Aquarius energy, like not, to me it comes down as I know. It's universal. I know. That's why I say Aquarius. It's I know. There's like with white hair, that's wisdom. That's the way I get it. Like hidden knowledge, right? So like your spouse has things to teach you. Universal. It's ascension. And you have things to teach them. You have meditation in the Ten of Swords here. So again, it's like I'm getting change the way you perceive things. Okay? Your dreams and ambitions, those things can happen. They're not just going to happen. You have to get out of your mind and make them happen. Some of you, if you're women, okay, women can cause drama in relationships because they're passion oriented, they're desire oriented. So, like, this is when things get stale and stuff like that, they tend, it's an unconscious thing too. They tend to cause drama because it spices things up. It gets the passion flowing, emotions flowing. So you want to ensure that you're not doing that. Okay, but that if you're single, this is saying that you want to put yourself out there and you want to change the way you're doing things. You're approaching partners, the way you think about them. Like if they're different, well, then different can be a good thing. Okay, but you also want to change your mindset because with the Queen of Swords, she's not a bad character. I actually quite like the Queen of Swords. She's intelligent, she's witty, and she's funny. Okay, I just got with some Geminis too. Okay, a lot of people don't know air signs. Okay, they think the water signs are the creative ones. The one, and that's true. All signs are creative. Okay, not just one sign, but with air signs, I find like they're quite romantic, and a lot of people don't see that. They think like water signs are their more romantic ones, but with like Geminis, okay, and you guys are, that your cards are the lovers, but in air signs in general, okay, the things that they see like in movies, the ideas, the things that people speak about that they've tried, they've done, those things really get planted in their mind as seeds, and they'll do them. So air signs, generally speaking, are the ones that will whisk you off. Okay, they're the movie kind of love. Okay, they really are the movie kind of love. Okay, the things they see, they will try out because they're seeds in their mind. But they're also the partners that when they're watching a movie, they'll like look at the partner like, why don't you do that? Why haven't you done that? You know what I mean? Like, so if you're watching for an air sign, just like keep that in mind. Okay. And if you're with an air sign, well, just know, okay, sometimes people have a misconception about the air signs. They are romantic. Okay, they will whisk you off. They will go on that vacation. They are the ones that will come and see you out of the blue and like whisk you away for a weekend vacation if they have the money for it. They'll do that. They're romantics where they take you to they'll wine and dine you. Okay, like they take you to the restaurants. They hold open doors. Okay, like you might need to get that back into your life, the romance back into your life. Okay, because you guys could be very mental, like with each other. You both could have strong air in your chart. Okay, if there's an imbalance energy, well then that's Libra. Libra needs things to be balanced. Okay, so if there's problems occurring, well then I'm not gonna lie, Geminis, some of it would be you. If you're dealing with a Libra, you're the one that's like unbalancing things, and that's really gonna get Libra like wishy-washy. Okay, because you're holding on to some things from the past, uh, and it's like cards want you to recognize that you could be part of that problem. With the Ten of Swords, There's a cycle that's going to end, and the universe is going to give you abundance. It's a new start, but you got to let go of the past. With the meditation card here, if you see that, okay, that's like the unicorn is quite magical. Okay, Gemini's, and you're magical too. So the cards want you to know is what you think about, you bring about. Okay, and I don't mean like, because I don't necessarily believe in the whole you attract what you are. I don't believe in that. Okay, because narcissists and empaths are total opposites, and they attract to each other. Okay, like it's just opposites attract sometimes. Okay, so like you're very closed off, you may attract a person who's very open. If you're very, and that could be foreign to you. Okay, but you could be seeing that person as needy, and what you need to recognize in yourself is that that's an aspect of yourself that you need to open up in. That's what I'm getting with those cards. If you got a person who's very closed off, you may be a very open person, and you may need to learn the lesson of closing off a little bit. Okay, not completely, because if you've dated a douchebag, a part of my language, okay, whether it's male or female, don't let that change you. You can't let that change who you are. And for some of you guys, you've dated a person where you've allowed that to change you. All right, like, but with Geminis, you can be all up in your mind, and you can think about scenarios that actually aren't there as well as what I'm getting. And like, you really need to communicate with your partner about if you want to travel more, then you need to communicate that with your partner. With the Seven of Wands here, it's opportunity is what I'm getting. Okay, and you're going to have to fight for that opportunity. Some of you may need to leave a job behind. You may be thinking like, this job is causing issues in your relationship and with your children is what I'm getting. You don't have enough time. And then for others of you, you're holding on to somebody because I'm hearing that begging song. Okay, that for some of you, that song is really good. Okay, that's how your partner feels about you. Okay, because they're in that song, there's a lyric about extending your loving hand towards them. They just need you to be more emotionally open with them. That's it. That's all they want from you. Show the love and feel the love, Gemini. With some of you, you're with a sacred partner. Okay, that means that with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, your partner, you guys are like linked mentally together. Like you can sense each other type thing. With the Seven of Wands, it's like, again, I'm getting like, okay, I just got sacred relationship. So like protect your relationship. Okay. Others of you, you have opportunity and abundance coming towards you. Things that are unseen will be seen is what I'm getting. I'm also getting that you have opportunities that are going to come out of nowhere. Okay. You may see there's people making decisions around you that you're unaware of. So there's some hidden things that are going to come up that are going to spark opportunities in you. And I'm not sure what they mean by that. So for instance, in a scenario, you could be working with some people that you really get along with. You have a Queen of Swords and a King of Swords here. So this doesn't mean romantic. It's just like you have a great bond with them. And they may leave the company and you didn't foresee that happening. Okay. And it's because the company wasn't stable for them. And then that's going to make you really think about things and meditate on the fact that, you know, this job is really killing you too. And you thought you were stuck with the Seven of Wands, but you're not. You have options. You're going to see that you also have opportunities. So there's also another way for you to create structure. Okay. And then for others of you, okay, I'm getting the warning here. If you don't want to be childish, and with the Queen of Swords and King of Swords, this is respond and be defensive towards comments coming your way, like feeling attacked, being defensive. Okay, because if you're like talking back to these people, well, first of all, you're giving them what they want. Okay, because they could be just attacking you to get you off balance. Okay, to try to knock you down a peg, or because they're miserable. But that would be you acting more like a child, responding to that type of content. Because the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they are the type of people that, again, when I said that they're the type of people that know the truth when somebody speaks to them, and they will not always tell you what they know. They keep that to themselves. So if a person has lied to them, they keep that to themselves. They know when to speak and they know when to not speak. All right. So this is also, they know who's worthy of their time and energy, and they know who's not. Okay. So it's like, if you respond to them, well, then you haven't learned some lesson yet about how to control your emotions, or how not to allow others to get you off balance. Okay. Because you need to be centered within yourself. That means that you need to be like a tree. Outside influences can't, okay, a firm tree that has roots in the ground, and it can't be pushed over. The branches may sway or break from the wind and the elements of the outdoors, but that tree will always stand. Okay, it stands the test of time. So it's like not allowing other people to push you and get you off balance here. That's a lesson that you're going through, to learn to control your emotions. Okay, like to understand the intentions of the other people. Okay, like, because then you end up looking like the crazy one. All right, you guys. So we're going to read the little wisdom card here. You have an importance of relationships, okay? It's new adventures, letting the old things go. Don't be bringing up the past. Start a new phase in your relationship. Let it go. Don't be holding on to that crap. Let it go, all right? Get more romance and love. Start fresh. Treat it like the first day. Appreciate your partner, okay? And then with the fox, we got projections. Ooh. The fox turns to us as if to say, who, me? Check to see if you are taking responsibility for your actions and words. It's human nature to project onto others the things we dislike about ourselves. When a judgment comes up about someone, ask if you might possess that quality in some form. Laugh at yourself and feel the lightness of any unencumbered, loving, Feel the lightness of an unencumbered, loving heart. You know now there is nothing to forgive. That's kind of cryptic. But I guess it's good information for you guys. I did pick up the mirror, which was projections. I did get that. So that does have importance to you guys. But I'm also getting with the projections, it's like, don't allow other people to project their issues onto you. You're a very loving, outgoing person, you know, with I am open, I am hope, I am a child. That is very much Gemini. Okay, they're open to new opportunities. They embrace new opportunities. They enjoy new opportunities. They love adventure. They love thinking about things. Okay, and like with I am hope, you guys think about hope in the world. You know, like you have that. You know, like Geminis don't. They can be negative, but they are very inspirational. Okay, in the I am child, it's like, you know, there's curiosity, okay? And it's like with the child, they're forgiving, okay? When their brother or sister does something wrong, or their friend does something wrong, they don't hold on to it. It lasts maybe a day, and then, you know, they get back to the way things used to be, and they play together, okay? So play, you know, don't feel like you're stuck either. You have many opportunities here. The universe is going to guide you and protect you, and they're going to give you information. You really need to think about things. It's a pretty deep reading, you guys, okay? But for those of you in relationships, I do feel like, okay, it's a very positive relationship for you that are in one. And those of you that were in one and are separated, let it go. Okay, I'm feeling like for a masculine energy here, this person's got you all screwed up emotionally, and they're very cold. They have no emotions. Okay, they're like a cyborg, is what I'm seeing. They have no emotions. All right, it's the cyborg would be a narcissist. That it's them they're concerned about, not you. What their needs and their wants are, they're concerned about that. Like it seems like you're very loving and you're willing to fix things and work on things, and they're not. Okay, but this message right here is for a person who is separated. It's not for people that are together. People that are together, you got a loving relationship. You need to be adventurous in this relationship. Try new things. Get outdoors. Date nights, getting a babysitter to come over and take care of the kids so you can have that date night once a week, or have that quality talking time. And it's not holding on to your problems, it's talking about your problems with your partner or a good friend. You have a good friend here that can help you out. But it is keeping things to yourself from others around you. but not in your relationship, like with your spouse. Those things you want to actually discuss and be open and truthful and honest with them, and they can help you see things differently. Your perspectives might be different, but then you both can adjust and compromise is what I'm getting. All right, you guys, hopefully, and for some of you guys, the relationship matter could be like even with coworkers, parents, and friends. Okay, like don't let past hurts affect your future. Okay, namaste, you guys. Hopefully this helped you out, and I will talk to you next month. Ciao for now.